I think that it's a phenomenal thing that kids are going to grow up putting on Black Panther costumes and looking out of place, just like, you know, black kids might have grown up putting on Spider-Man costumes, looking at a place where their friends making fun of them or whatever you know the case might be. But, you know, the impact on culture because of Black Panther, I think that's an amazing thing. And if you haven't checked that movie out, I'm disappointed.
From an outside view, I mean, when you're in the city, it's a whole different view, but when you look at it from a distance, it's like, whoa, man, that's huge right there, man. At one point, this all was flat land.
I know that a lot of this is native burial ground. A lot of this is actually African-American slave burial ground.
For real, dude.
A lot of these commercial buildings are actually built on top of slaves' graves. The island of Manhattan was bought for about $24.
Yeah, I believe that. I saw that. You know, back in the day, they had a movie 2002, 2001 called Gangs in New York. Check that movie out, Gangs in New York. You would really like that movie if you don't know. What goes to your mind when you see Manhattan? What goes to your mind? Talk to me.
I honestly see a city that's trying really hard to change its culture and its values. I also think about a lot of like corporations, a lot of like people wearing suits and ties and you know, the 9 to 5 and the rat race and the grind. The kind of thing that people grew up thinking was the life.
Yeah.
That I now think is definitely not. A lot of great companies that want to imitate San Francisco and Silicon Valley are making great attempts, now I've seen their offices, making great attempts at making a culture around a more flat hierarchy where there's less steps on the ladder. Everybody gets to feel like they're actually part of something greater than themselves that they get to contribute to. Those are the good companies that really want to build something long-lasting. So we're out here in Williamsburg. It's freezing cold right now.
It's pretty cold.
You have no idea. The wind is, we're expecting a snowstorm tomorrow.
About 8 to 12 inches tonight.
So what we want to do for you guys, we don't want this day to be wasted, and we want to make good content. So we're going to go find a warm spot, maybe find some food, and give you some good content while we talk about it there. So follow me.
Yeah, we're going to do some stuff.
And here we are, Joe's. Catch me inside. Joe's Wall of Fame. And it's got tons of famous people. I mean, Leonardo DiCaprio, Bradley Cooper, Ryan Reynolds, you know, you name them. Tobey Maguire actually worked here in Spider-Man 2. In the beginning of the movie when he works and delivers pizza, this is the spot. Again, it's a slice of history. Haha, little pun. It's got Ed right here, Justin right over here. And if you haven't heard of Joe's and you're in New York, I don't know where you've been, maybe you're living under a rock, but you absolutely need to go out there and check it out. Something I actually usually do with my friend Gio. We go to Joe's, get some slices, and then usually we kind of, you know, do our dessert right over here at Martha's Country Bakery. We're just discussing. Every place seems to have a Bedford Avenue.
It's central, right? I mean, next to Elm Street, of course.
Elm Street.
There's got
I'm saying that. Like, what's up with
Maple
that?
Street. I mean,
Everywhere we go,
Avenue.
we happen to find a Bedford Avenue.
What's the history behind Bedford Avenue?
What's the deal with that?
I mean, it's got to be some.
Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys really enjoying the content so far. Like always, please leave a like and subscribe below. Hey, around this. Leave a like and subscribe down below. We really appreciate any kind of feedback you might have for us, of what you might want us to do, where you might want us to go around New York next, and you know, topics we might talk about. Any questions about my personal life, feel free to ask. My life's an open story. Peace. Off the life, the law of breaking the law. So
I got the thing for those big body Benzes.
Those my senses, in love with a
Beat the engine, man, I'm high on life. Fuck it, I'm wasted.